Hey guys, welcome back to our Untitled show. We were thinking about doing Come On News, but we haven't really decided yet.
I'm Jay.
I'm Jack.
I'm Pablo.
And we're going to kick things off with a Wrestlemania recap. First off was the men's battle royale with Matt Hardy winning in a controversial way. Thoughts?
I thought it was interesting. I didn't really find it fair that how Bray Wyatt showing up at the end of the match, and I'm pretty sure everyone was confused.
Bray Wyatt interfering and joining the Woken side. I feel like those two will make a good team on Raw now. So.
Yeah, I don't think any of us had Matt Hardy picked to win. And on to the women's battle royale with the winner being Naomi out of nowhere, because it looked like Bayley was gonna win. She had just tossed out.
She was sitting outside the ring and waited for her moment to jump on it.
I found that unfair as well. Bayley did all the work, and I don't know how long Naomi was out there for. I don't even know if she threw anybody out. I just saw her come in
Or if she was like
and steal a win.
Or like went like out on purpose and was knocked out.
Yeah, it's
or like
pretty heelish move.
Yeah. Cruiserweight. The majority of us had picked Mustafa to win, but obviously Cedric came out with the W.
I like the match. I like the cruiserweights. They look good, and the match was awesome.
Costumes were on point with the laser fan or whatever that was.
Yeah, with Cedric pulling the win there, he definitely deserves it, and both of them put on a good show. I mean, either of them could have taken it, but they both deserve it. But Cedric holding the belt is a good choice.
Intercontinental title. Rollins winning it. I really like Seth's entrance as a White Walker. Thoughts?
With Seth winning the Intercontinental belt, he's finally a Grand Slam winner, and a well-deserved one. He definitely put on a good show, and he's going to hold on to it for some time.
I personally wanted Finn to win. I didn't get his entrance either, with all the people coming out in the rainbow t-shirt. I didn't know what that was about.
That was more like Balor Club is for everybody, is basically what you're saying. No one's not allowed.
But he's always tweeted, like he's always friendly and all that kind of stuff, and he's just been like that, and I'm glad he was able to, promote all that stuff and, design that costume himself. I think he had a lot to do with that costume change.
Should have came out as a demon.
No, the demon would have been way unnecessary.
Yeah, because then you can't lose as the demon.
There wasn't
a build-up for the demon.
There wasn't a need for the demon, as with previous matches where when he was fighting Bray, the World Eater, demon versus World Eater, that works. But in terms of including everybody, including the fans coming in on a WrestleMania moment, I thought that was pretty dope.
Surprised to see Seth win, but I can't be mad at that. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the U.S. title with Jinder Mahal taking the win. I personally think the whole Jinder thing versus Randy is overplayed, considering the whole WWE title. That's my thoughts. I would have preferred if RKO stuck it out and retained. Obviously, that's who I picked. But what are your thoughts?
I was hoping Rusev would pull the victory. He is so over right now. Everybody's chanting Rusev Day. Every day is Rusev Day. Just hoping that he would pull out a victory, but they decided to just keep it on Jinder, and we'll see where it goes from there. But definitely tired of the Jinder and Randy Orton.
Definitely, I wanted Rusev to win that match for sure.
Yeah. Bobby Roode had a few moments, but a lot of RKOs. I was glad to see a lot of RKOs. It's like three RKOs?
RKO'd everybody.
Yeah. Let's go with the Raw Women's title with Nia Jax coming out on top. finally, she got her moment. She deserved it. That's what I thought.
She finally got what she deserved, and the crowd was behind her, which is great, and definitely made her look like a good champion there. So, and The Rock's mom, I believe, was there, so her cousin and her aunt were watching, and that was a really good moment.
I like Alexa Bliss. Her entrance was interesting. The match I didn't really care for, but
The SmackDown Women's title with the streak being broken by the Queen. I love Charlotte's entrance. All gold with the Spartans, the Gladiators?
The Queen.
The gold Gladiators that came out and assisted her in her entrance. That was pretty dope. And using Ric Flair's original theme and then transitioning into her own theme. That's pretty cool to a nod at the old man. What did you guys think about the streak being broken? Pops?
I was surprised. I didn't think she was gonna lose at WrestleMania, but I'm glad it was someone notable to do it, like Charlotte Flair. She's talented in the ring. She's a great heel, more than a face, in my opinion. And yeah, and it was really interesting what happened in the outcome at SmackDown. We're gonna talk about later.
With Charlotte and Asuka fighting to the end, you know, they definitely put on a good show, and I'm glad that Charlotte was the one that broke the streak because she definitely worked her way at the top and she is respected. So she was the perfect person to take the streak away from Asuka.
And up next, out of nowhere, was the John Cena Elias match, aka the John Cena Taker match.
Perfect teasing. Definitely when they turned off all the lights, you're expecting Undertaker, all of a sudden Elias comes out. It was a really good back and forth they had, and then finally when Cena buried Elias, then the Undertaker finally came out. It felt like a stretch segment, but it was good enough. You know, we didn't see Undertaker fight for 30 minutes. It was just perfect.
I liked the match. It was nice and short. It was under 3 minutes. I personally didn't want to see Undertaker back in the ring because he looked really bad last match against Roman Reigns. And yeah, they kept it short and sweet. And Cena didn't get any off, barely any offense. I think he got everyone moved in. And yeah, he came off. Undertaker came out on top. He looked on.
Honestly, Undertaker looked pretty good. Like, he was definitely in better shape this year than last year, I would say.
Like a 2-minute match, 3-minute match, yeah, sure.
I honestly didn't like John Cena's stupid face when he was reacting to
the setup,
to the dead man coming out. I mean, what do you think was gonna happen when he came out? That you weren't gonna be surprised? He looked like dumbfounded the entire time. When he was up on the ramp and the gong hit, his stupid face was like, and then into the ring while Taker was taking off the hat. It was the same freaking face that he had on. Deep down, I kind of want the match to go a little bit longer. Maybe see Cena pull a couple of signature moves before Taker did the tombstone. But it is what it is. I thought it was a good match. Teasing up to the very last minute. Good job, WWE.
Perfect.
Yeah. WWE title with AJ Styles and Shinsuke. With AJ coming out on top. We all thought it was going to be Shinsuke taking it. But Shinsuke with the low blow, starting a little bit of a heel turn. Thoughts? I like Shinsuke's entrance with Nita Strauss from Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
The guitarist.
That was really cool.
That was pretty dope. I mean, it's such a catchy theme song. You can't go wrong with it.
Mm.
Thoughts?
It was a good match, but you know, I thought it could have been a little bit more. Maybe at that point in the night, we were kind of drained already. So, but it was still an excellent match, and even better when Nakamura turned heel.
Yeah, it was an awesome match. I love that Shinsuke turned heel. I also thought he was going to take the belt too, because AJ's had it for a while now. Yeah, I like the direction that Shinsuke's going as heel now.
Moving on to the Universal title, I would like to see Roman take the belt away from Brock, only because Brock doesn't really show up as a part-timer. But you know, Brock resigned for however
Temporary contract,
but he's still slated to go back to UFC. Anyways, thoughts? Pablo.
Boring match. It was end of the night. I was tired. I couldn't stand that Roman Reigns got out of like 5 at 5s.
It's close to 6. I think it was 6.
6 was the last one.
Yeah, 6 was the last
so
one.
he kicked out of 5 at 5s, even on the table. I got bloodied up. Like, he really wanted sympathy for Roman Reigns, and I didn't care. I just wanted to be over. And I was actually surprised that Brock Lesnar retained.
Yeah, what definitely wasn't happy with the outcome. Everybody, I'm sure, was picking Roman for the victory. It was almost as shocking as when Brock beat Undertaker at WrestleMania 30, broke the streak. Even after the match, hearing Brock going backstage and losing it on McMahon because he was unhappy with the crowd. The crowd was cheering or was chanting, this is awful, and throwing beach balls. They didn't even have a celebration at the end. Normally, when the main event, whoever wins, they have fireworks and all that. There was no celebration. He walked right to the back and just stormed off and just was completely unhappy with how it went, and kind of crying like a baby is what it sounded like. And he even pulled an audible when he lost. He kind of broke character there when he started swearing. Remember when we heard the bleep out? So Brock was definitely frustrated at that match, and I don't think that was his favorite.
All right, Raw Tag Team titles with Braun winning with his new partner Nicholas, the referee's son. So for those of you who weren't aware, Nicholas is actually the son of the referee,
John
who
Cole.
was officiating that match, and he was picked randomly out of the crowd. Was pretty hilarious, I thought.
Very cute kid. I mean, I'm glad they, picked the little young boy just to kind of throw a wrench into things. Nobody expected that to happen. Everybody thought a mysterious, backstage wrestler would come out and help Braun, but it was awesome. He just told him to sit there and Braun would do the rest, and he did. He won the championship, and now Nicholas is the youngest tag team or youngest wrestler that has won a championship.
I personally thought it was really stupid. The kid's not even a Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh, okay.
It's like, but good for him. He got to live out every kid's dream to wrestle a match. Well, not technically wrestle a match, but be center stage at Wrestlemania, I guess. Yeah, it was really stupid. We all had, personally, I had a high expectation to see Braun's partner. I was hoping to be someone really, someone we could really pop for, like the Hardys showing up at last year's WrestleMania.
That was good.
Yeah, I was hoping to see probably Rey Mysterio or
some of us were saying Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
That was funny.
Yeah, what else?
Our buddy John actually voted for Bobby Lashley.
Bobby
Spoiler alert.
Wow.
Samoa Joe too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was hoping to see someone really interesting, but we totally screwed that for sure.
The SmackDown Tag Titles. The SmackDown Tag Titles saw the Bludgeon Brothers take it in the Triple Threat Tag Team match. Honestly, I wanted to see the Usos retain, but I guess they're going to go with a different storyline now, considering that the title will be defended at the Saudi Arabia event at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
By that time, it was a lot of matches in, getting a little bit tired. This is kind of one of these matches where it felt like it was, breaking the show, but had a feeling that the Bludgeon Brothers was going to take it, just because the Usos and the New Day has had a long time feud. So it's nice to see the title on different hands now. So
I didn't really care for this match, to be honest. Good match, I guess. It was short too. I think they had to stop some of their time because the show was running too long.
Alright, moving on to Daniel Bryan, Shane O'Mac versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, with obviously Daniel Bryan winning and coming back at his first match with a win. Let's go with Bob, since Daniel Bryan is your favorite.
Daniel Bryan is my favorite wrestler. He's awesome. He still has it. It's great seeing him back in the ring again. The entrance was nice too, explaining that the Yes movement, how big it's gotten, and how so many people adopted it now. And I'm glad he got the win. And yeah, it was pretty boring at the beginning because Daniel Bryan wasn't in the match yet. So
Yeah, with Daniel Bryan being injured for the match, started, and it kind of took away from him being able to wrestle the entire way through. Instead, he had to watch Shane get his butt kicked, and then coming in at the very last second to wrestle. It was great to see Daniel perform again.
Yeah, it was perfect that Daniel Bryan kind of started off being injured because it allowed Kevin and Sammy to really be super heels where they were yelling at him outside the ring, just saying like, "Oh, you made us do this," and it was awesome. So it allowed for that to happen. And Sammy and Kevin Owens are excellent heels right now, so they're doing a really good job. Hopefully, they can land either a Raw or SmackDown again. But sad to see them lose, but excited to see what happens to them.
Yeah, I honestly like it when Kevin shouts out random things. Triple H, Stephanie versus Kurt Angle, and Rowdy Ronda Rousey with
Ronda Rousey.
A Rousey. Oh, I'm so aroused.
Rousey.
I found it a little awkward when she tried to pull her armbar. It wasn't like a classic, quick, pull and yank. With Stephanie actually training and defending against it by holding her arms together, not letting go. Yeah. That was nice to see, to show that Stephanie did try to prepare for the inevitable. But what are your thoughts on the Ronda Rousey debut?
This was definitely my favorite match of the night. I mean, I was looking forward to this. I'm glad it happened in the middle of WrestleMania so that we weren't all too burnt out. So it was perfect timing, and they put on an excellent show. Like, I was extremely sport entertained. Ronda was much better than most people expected. She put on a good performance, and Stephanie, with her being as the heel, was the perfect combo to Ronda's face. So they both had good chemistry in the ring, and it's great to see Kurt Angle also wrestle, even though he's getting old, but they definitely both still put on a good show, so I'm really happy about that match.
I forgot Kurt Angle was in that match. Yeah, it was a fun match. It was good to see. Ronda, she delivered as expected. You could see she needs work in the ring for sure. And if this was real life, she would have killed Stephanie McMahon for sure. There's no way Stephanie McMahon could have locked up her arms to avoid an armbar.
Yeah. Did you like when she started beating on Triple H? I mean, now you're starting to get to intergender.
I like when
fighting.
they break the rules and
Triple H was about to pedigree her too.
Yeah, I like when they break the rules and just do whatever they want, and go above the PG limit.
So that was WrestleMania 34. Let's move on to our Raw recap. Starting things off, we had Paige announcing her retirement. And then later on, we find out on SmackDown that she becomes the SmackDown GM since Daniel Bryan is now a wrestler. Thoughts on Paige retirement?
Sad to see her announce her retirement at such a young age. I hope she does good things behind the camera, I guess, or she's still in front of the camera, but as a manager role, I'm still glad she's part of the company and still involved in wrestling.
Sad to see her being forced to retire, very similar to the Daniel Bryan story. She has a neck injury, so, she can't wrestle anymore, but hopefully, with Daniel Bryan being an inspiration for her, she may be able to, progressively get better, get more tests done, and then, who knows, maybe down the road, if she continues to fight for her dreams will fight for her.
Absolutely. So Ronda Rousey got brought down to the ring by Stephanie. We saw Stephanie with the arm brace, and then they went for an embrace, and then Ronda was like, "No, bitch, I'm gonna break your arm again." Takes off the brace, gives her another armbar. I thought it was unnecessary, but what do you guys think?
Well, before all that, did you hear the crowd was actually saying STFU to Stephanie McMahon during her promo, because she was sounding completely insincere about apologizing and all that, and the crowd just totally did not take it.
I mean, it is the Raw after WrestleMania. The crowd tends to be more rowdy.
They boo who they cheer, and they cheer who they boo. Yeah. That's just what they do. So.
Yeah, a lot more chants than usual.
She was just talking over the crowd, so that kind of.
We had some familiar faces show up. We had Jeff Hardy coming out to back up Seth and Finn in the triple tag, 6-man tag.
Yeah.
That was nice to see Jeff back. Also, Samoa Joe came back. Yeah, and just basically called Roman a little bitch and a liar for not making good on his promise to conquer the beast. Thoughts on the returns?
I'm so glad Samoa Joe's back now after being injured. I'm very sad that he had to miss WrestleMania because of his injury. So glad that he's back on Raw now, and he is an excellent heel, one of the top heels in the company. He can definitely do damage. So hopefully see where he can take that and he can start a feud with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's good to see Samoa Joe back. He's great on the mic as a heel, and he could back up his mouth, and he just genuinely looks like a tough guy. So I'm glad he's going against Roman Reigns now, and hopefully he comes out on top.
Yeah, hopefully when we see the steel cage match at the Greatest Royal Rumble, Roman takes the belt from Brock, and then maybe Samoa Joe will be able to feud with Roman and take the belt away from Roman. That'd be pretty cool to see. Jeff Hardy making his return and his interaction with Bray Wyatt and Woken
Brother
Matt
Nero.
Brother Nero and the Woken Matt Hardy bit in the backstage was pretty funny.
All three of them are going to be great together, especially with Bray and Matt working for a while together now. They definitely have some kind of chemistry. They're both weird, and they both do outrageous things. So,
Like stopping the middle of the match and just clapping for Apollo Crews, saying his backflip was wonderful, wonderful. It's actually
Yes.
yes, it's actually quite entertaining to see that happen and have the crowd so into it as well. Speaking of returns, we had some new faces come up from NXT. Authors of Pain, Ember Moon, and No Way Jose. No Way Jose. Thoughts?
They're not my favorite NXT wrestlers, but I'm glad they came up. Hopefully they don't get buried like the rest of the NXT people that get brought up. No Way Jose reminded me of what's his name, Rose in the Rosebuds.
Adam Rose.
Rose, yeah, because he came up
Way
with
back. Yeah, AOP definitely has a lot of potential in the tag team division. It was definitely weird to see them. Well, I guess they wanted to cut their ties with Paul, their manager, since they've made it to the big times, and also NXT is kind of in the past, so they want to break their ties with their manager. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see where the tag team division goes now that the Authors of Pain are in the building.
Yeah, hopefully Authors of Pain are going to get pushed down to the top. Seems like they're the Bludgeon Brothers of the Raw. They're the big guys, and they remind me of like Legion of Doom back in the day. So they have definitely an awesome style with their gear, especially. So we'll get to hopefully see what kind of damage they can do in the Raw tag team picture.
Oh, one more return that we forgot to mention. Well, I forgot to mention. Bobby Lashley has come back. I remember Bobby Lashley when he first started, and then he went over to TNA. He actually does have a little bit of MMA experience. He's 15-2 officially, and to see him come out and beat on Elias, it's pretty good. What did you guys think about Bobby's return?
I never saw him wrestle when he was in the WWE. I wasn't watching at that time. I feel sorry for Elias. He seems to get over with the crowd a lot, and they keep trying to bury him with John Cena and now Bobby Lashley. And I really want to see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, same here with me. I didn't watch during the time he was in WWE back in the day. However, he came out looking super jacked. He looks strong. He definitely looks like he can be put over pretty easily. So he's got the character, he's got the physique. We'll just see what he does next with it.
And speaking of people showing up, we had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn showing up out of nowhere in Kurt's office asking for a job. And of course, we saw Kurt drop the T-bomb. Oh, I hear TNA is hiring. It's got a
Oh
few
my god,
spots.
that was excellent.
That was pretty good.
I think that was the first time they said TNA on WWE programming.
I wonder if he got any trouble for that.
I'm pretty sure that was scripted. Everything's scripted.
Yeah. And Kurt offered them a match for the one spot available on Raw. So whoever won that one would take it. Obviously, you can tell that there was no way it was going to be decided this close to the Superstar Shakeup. So what ended up happening was there was a double count out with both wrestlers being unable to get up and fight within the 10 count. I saw it coming, and we'll have to see what happens next week with the Superstar Shakeup and where Sammy and Kevin end up, since they can't be on SmackDown anymore. So there's really only one option. TNA.
We'll see. TNA, that's right.
Do you guys have anything to add on for Sammy and Kevin?
I hope that they can continue staying together because they need to be both heels together. Sammy's normally a face and he does well as a face alone, but as a heel, having Kevin in his back is definitely a bonus. So
yeah, Sammy never really got anything done as a face though. He never won any titles, which was sad to see. With so much, with so much potential. But now that it's the Kevin Sammy show, hopefully we'll see them at least take the tag team titles or something, or go on individual runs with each other, helping out in their corners. Let's move on to the SmackDown recap. And just like on Raw, we had a few newcomers show up. With Charlotte celebrating her win from Wrestlemania, we had the Australians Billie Kay and Peyton Royce come in as the Iconics and spoil her day. And first off, Australian accent, super hot. And Peyton Royce, too bad she's dating Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger.
Dillinger.
What I read on the internet.
Well, he is the perfect 10.
But you guys, what do you guys think about newcomers from NXT, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay?
I'm glad they came up. They're very talented girls. Great on the mic, in front of the camera. They're very comfortable. Great beat down on Charlotte and making a name for themselves.
Yeah, they definitely made a statement out there, and they play the perfect heels, and they destroyed Charlotte, and all of a sudden that gives Carmella a window to cash in, and it was perfect. But what really bothered me was the ref, Mike Chioda, hanging on to that briefcase a little bit too long, not knowing what to do, and it just felt like it was dragging on. Is this going to happen again where they don't ring the bell? And so glad the bell rang and super kick and 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Carmella had that Money in the Bank contract for a while, so it was finally good to see her.
287 days.
Good to see her cash it in. The NXT is coming up from and showing up on SmackDown was actually better than what happened on Raw. So I really enjoyed that.
They definitely made an impact because it caused title change. So.
And like we mentioned, Paige is now the new GM for SmackDown, and as her first official act was to make a match for Daniel Bryan against AJ Styles. What did you guys think about that match, the DP versus AJ?
I was really excited for it. I was not expecting it, and since it's the SmackDown after WrestleMania, I was expecting a title change. Well, I wasn't expecting. I would,
The title wasn't on the line.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't. It was
just,
just like a good first match.
It was just a regular match.
Oh, okay. So the title wasn't on the line. So, but I thought it was at least. Anyway, they're two of my favorite wrestlers right now. It was great to see them wrestle each other. And once again, Daniel Bryan looked great in the ring. And though in the end was pretty good too, I wasn't even mad at it. With Shinsuke coming out and doing like a full face heel turn, it was awesome.
With the double low blows to AJ. The third low blow for AJ in 3 days.
Yeah.
So,
he's also heel, so.
Yeah. And his interview with Renee, sorry, no speak English.
that
was really good. He had the hard R in English.
Yeah.
So, pretty good. What did you think of the Daniel Bryan AJ match?
Definitely nice to see Daniel Bryan return back into the ring after being so long. He looked like he had a lot of energy to get out. The crowd was completely on his side, so he definitely built a good energy in that arena. Like Pablo said, I wasn't upset at the results either. He didn't want to make either one look weak to each other, so it's good that Nakamura came in and did what he did, being a heel, did the low blow. On Sunday, when he did the first low blow, one of my coworkers' friends, he told me that his son was so upset that he was like, "Why, Dad? Why did he do that to AJ Styles?" It's amazing to hear, especially kids being so invested in these characters, and when they do something bad, you can see how much it affects them. So it's just great storytelling on WWE's behalf.
All right, so moving forward, we have the Superstar Shakeup happening next week. I can't wait for that personally to see who goes where and who stays put. But that also leads up to the whole greatest Royal Rumble happening in Saudi Arabia. We have a few matches already lined up. Well, we don't have it, but WWE has it. We've got the Steel Cage match with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. We have a casket match with Undertaker versus Rusev, which is an odd choice for me to see them use Rusev. And they have also John Cena versus Triple H in action. So I'm looking forward to that.
In a 50-man
Royal Rumble.
The greatest Royal Rumble.
That's going to be super.
I believe there's 20 confirmed already.
I can imagine this event's going to be another 7 hours again.
I don't know.
And also, I think the Bludgeon Brothers will be defending against the Usos, since the Usos won a match for the right to compete for the title again. But
that could all change too.
With the Superstar Shakeup. But that's it for the show. Thanks, guys, for watching, and hit the like button if you liked it, and subscribe for more content from us. Hopefully, in the future, it won't just be about wrestling. We'll have some other things for you as well. But I'm Jack.
I'm Jay.
I'm Pablo.
And we'll see you next time.